Wives on strike, the day the husbands learned a lesson. In the small town of Kintampo, something extraordinary was brewing. For years, the wives of the town had quietly endured the daily chaos of housework, childcare, and keeping everything running smoothly while their husbands enjoyed the occasional nap, a cold drink, and some peace and quiet. But one fateful morning, after an especially busy week of preparing meals, cleaning, and dealing with stubborn kids, the wives decided they had had enough. The strike was called for 7 a.m. sharp. At first, the husbands didn't notice anything, but when they went to the kitchen for breakfast, they found it eerily quiet. No sizzling of eggs, no fresh bread or steaming tea. They opened the fridge to find empty shelves. The only thing waiting for them was a note taped to the counter. Gone on strike. You figure it out. The first few hours were amusing. The men tried to cook breakfast, but ended up setting off the smoke alarms, burning toast, and scrambling eggs with far too much salt. One poor husband, Kwame, tried to make a cup of coffee, but ended up with a concoction that resembled tar more than a warm beverage. By noon, panic began to set in. The children were hungry, the house was a mess, and every husband realized that he had absolutely no idea how to handle any of it. Kwame, in his desperation, ran to the local shop to buy takeout, but he returned empty-handed after forgetting his wallet. The kids, meanwhile, had figured out that the strike meant no supervision, and chaos reigned as they launched an impromptu water balloon fight in the living room. The husbands, once proud of their independence, were quickly humbled. It became clear that their wives were the backbone of the home, and without them, everything fell apart. As the day dragged on, Kwame and his friends gathered in the town square, nursing their frustrations and empty stomachs. It wasn't long before they came up with a plan, an apology rally. They would meet with the wives, admit their mistakes, and promise to do better. That evening, as the sun began to set, the wives returned home. They were greeted with sheepish smiles, apologies, and a promise to share household responsibilities more equally. The husbands had learned their lesson. Doing everything around the house wasn't just a woman's job. It was a team effort, and they would now do their part, not just to avoid another strike, but because they genuinely appreciated all that their wives did. Lesson. The story teaches that appreciation and respect for the work others do, especially within a household, is key to a harmonious relationship. Everyone's contributions, big or small, are valuable, and true partnership requires mutual effort, understanding, and support.